All listeners, stand by for the Caffeine, Lifts, and Public Assist podcast. You can take the next 45 minutes
and just
talk and explain who you are. And then we'll do 5 minutes of content. We'll be done.
Sure. Yeah. It's all about you.
Oh my goodness.
Adam and Adam back here.
Hey,
and
it's my boy Kurt from work.
Yo, what up?
Hey, we went to the academy together.
Did.
Started at the same time.
3 years ago.
I made the terrible choice of promoting, and you're still riding backseat.
God, so dumb.
Lucky.
So smart.
So dumb.
I love driving. It's fine. It works out. Now we get to work together.
That's true. Well, potentially.
Potentially. We're overtimes and stuff. And, I mean, you were, it might hurt your feelings. You were supposed to come over.
I was. That
and then
still sucks, actually.
You.
Yeah. I'm still like pretty bitter about that, to be honest.
You should be bitter
that's
about
not
it.
Cool.
We might have him on tomorrow. I'll let him know how you feel about it.
Thanks, man.
I'll let him know because that was baloney.
Yeah, especially after I packed up all my shit.
That's
Can I say shit?
Yeah, you can say whatever.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I packed up. I still haven't packed my room back. Like, I like all my stuff's still in my car.
Seth,
so if someone wants to bit my shit right now, like they're gonna cash out thousands of dollars.
I was talking to Seth about it, and he's like, I felt so bad because he literally had his stuff packed, and then the next tour he came back, and he just had to bring his stuff.
I'm very
back in.
familiar with your station locations. Where to where?
1 to 2.
Downtown to where I'm at.
Yeah.
So our firefighter was, there was just like a change going on. He was supposed to come over to us. The other guy was going that way, and someone was going to 1.
Somebody screwed you over.
Screwed me
and
over.
then like just some stuff happened, and it was decided not to make the change yet.
Oh, dude. And this was like after I made like my really like heartfelt goodbyes too. I was like shaking hands.
In the
it's
23rd
like the TikTok
hour.
goodbye.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're crying on, I'm going to miss you guys so much.
Yeah,
and
seriously.
then it's so embarrassing.
Super embarrassing. I show up 4 days later. I was like, hey, guys. I actually didn't mean any of that. Just going to
I
be
actually
here.
hate you guys still.
Yeah, I'm going to do 0.
No fault of his own. Like
nothing.
Just the decision was made. And he's like,
Are you cool with the guy that screwed you over?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
one of our
yeah.
buddies.
Yeah, he's one of our
Or
boys.
are
he's
you
one of our boys.
just constantly just being a dick to him now?
No, I mean, there's always like, I throw little jabs here and there. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, man, you guys sleep all night? Oh, that's sick, dude. Oh, yeah, I got up. I had 4 wake ups, man.
Does Station 2
Station
typically sleep way more than every other station?
Oh, my.
We get 1 a night.
They didn't have any yesterday.
We get I would say like 0.6 a night. So we'll go 2 nights where we get 1,
Uh-huh.
and we'll get 1. Versus 31, if you sleep at night, everyone in the city's dead.
Oh, yeah. It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a straight up Christmas
Yeah.
miracle.
Seriously. Like the city is
I
sick.
I don't think I've ever slept through the night at once.
Oh, weekend? Yeah, I guarantee you're not.
No.
Yeah, you're getting at least a couple.
Yeah.
The city gets 10 calls out of you at least a day. Even if you run 5 day one, like you're running 15 the next day.
Yeah, you're getting 20
For
in a
sure.
tour for sure at once. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't envy you guys. But I mean, it's exciting if you weren't going to hiccups and stuff.
Yeah, that's, oh my God.
Yeah, so you got two last night you were saying?
Yeah, 2 last night. One was got drunk and my blood pressure's low. And then she told us the numbers like, oh, yeah, it's pretty low. It's like 118 over 70. And I
good.
took it again. It's
wow.
like 110 over 80. I was like, dude, that's like better than mine. Are you kidding me? And that's what happens when you get drunk. Like your blood pressure drops. Anyways, so there's that, and then the hiccups. So there's kind of a lot of that.
Unreal.
A lot of that. Like it's.
I always thought like, oh no, I want to be busy, which I do. I absolutely do. And we are busy during the day, obviously during peak fire season.
Sure.
But not typically at night, like at the stations that I've worked at, but I have had a legit 11 night streak where I got woken up at least once a night and I was forced on duty for 11 days. And it got to a point where I told my BC, like, I'm done. I don't even know if I can drive an engine. I've been just getting woken up, and it's not like I'm getting woken up at 11 and going back to bed. It's always at the most awkward time.
No,
So
it's right in the middle.
Yeah.
2,
And then
3 o'clock in the morning.
It takes you to get that adrenaline dump out of your system. It takes a while to get back to sleep.
Oh, yeah, because they refuse to give us soft tones. So it is like a big rig pulled up to my bed and laid on the horn.
Yeah.
And my heart, it's not going to survive
it's not
30
good.
years of this.
So you don't have like ascending tones. Like it just fucking slams you.
Down south does. Because
Okay.
I had to cover stations down south, and
It's more ascending.
it's beautiful.
Are ours ascending? I don't even know.
No, I mean
I think they're just
the medical tones are like they're
fine.
pretty
Everything
soft.
except for the structure tones
Yeah, those
are-
kick you in the dick.
are fine. And we have the red light that comes on, so we have some light in our rooms,
Mhm.
which is nice. That actually is really nice. But the structure tones,
Oh my
You guys have
God.
different tones for structures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We have the same
Oh.
tone for no matter what
Oh,
it is.
man.
it's terrifying. And at fours, it's the worst because like those bedrooms are so small, and you can adjust the level of how the tone goes off. And they have, I swear to God, they have it at 10.
Yeah.
Like it's as loud as possible. And
There's
it's
somebody that
not
just,
necessary.
Like, I can't wake up. You gotta.
Oh, that's me.
Oh yeah.
I sleep through. I don't even know how I have a job still. To be
I've woken
honest,
him up
Dude,
multiple times.
multiple times, even on probation, dude. Like,
Yeah.
man, my captain has so many opportunities to fire my ass, and I don't know why he didn't do it. But literally, at least once a month, I will sleep through a call. I'm either the first one at the engine, or if I'm not the first one there, you got to wake my ass up.
Someone's got to go back. Who comes
Yeah.
back for you? Is it Cap or does your engineer do it?
Oh, it's Cap. He makes sure like to just like really embarrass me.
I remember when we were on, I don't think we were on probation. I was just roving at the time. So I was the
Yeah.
fourth man on the engine. And we get a call. He sleeps through it. So I have to run back in there. And I like cop bang on his door. And he opens the door like, what the fuck you want? Bro?
morning wood and shit. And like, where am I?
He was like, what do you want? I'm like, dude, we have a call. What are you doing? He's like,
Oh shit.
oh, shit, my bad. Comes running out.
So many times I just wake up and just like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, this isn't my house. This is awful.
I know. I mean, I've been off for months now at this point, but definitely, especially when you're working overtime, multiple days, like you were saying, 11. If you do multiple days getting woke up at night, by that third night, you're just like, what is going on?
Oh yeah, straight out of body experience.
Like, who's
Yeah.
getting a call right now, and why are my tones going off? And then you were like,
Yeah.
oh, it's my call. I'm the only engine here.
Yeah.
I have to go.
I'll be in such fucking denial too. Like I'll see the light and I'll hear the tone. And my phone will like be blaring in my face. Like, oh yeah, you got to call. I'm like, no,
Nah,
it's
dude,
not us.
Someone else
No.
should take that.
No, that's not us. It's not even in our district, bro. And
Yeah.
then Cap will be knocking on my door. It's like, hey, dumbass, get up.
I definitely, when I promoted, like you have to be a little more awake to
Yes.
drive.
Yo, yeah,
I have to at least
absolutely.
know where I'm going, kind of, because depending on the call or what time it is, both of you are half asleep.
Yeah.
That includes Captain with the map, like trying to get me in there. I'm like, hey man, I kind of need to know where my warning streets are because I know we're in the area. And he's like, hold on a second. But yeah, definitely the nights.
So how did your probation go then? Like you mentioned, even on probation a couple times. So like, tell us about your probation experience.
My latest probation experience.
Yeah. How many have you gone through?
Yeah, you didn't even give us an introduction of like how long you've been in the fire service, or if
shit.
you're a
Yeah,
cop. Like
that-
we don't even know. He could be a
Alright.
cop.
It looks copish. With
Yeah,
it.
right now.
It
yeah.
could- yeah.
Sleeved up, dude.
Sleeved up with the
Why you
mustache.
looking all handsome? Relax, dude.
Thanks,
Why you
man.
coming in here trying to brick me up?
So I'm Kurt. I've been in the fire service since 2014. So I guess it would be 11 years in August. I've done probation 3 times, one in a volunteer department and
Doesn't
two
count. That
two
doesn't
for
count.
municipalities.
Yeah.
And
Big word for Elmo. Municipality.
municipalities. But yeah, I mean, I've worked.
Do you count your first season as a seasonal? Do you count that as a probation year? I kind of look at it similar, but not the same.
Honestly, I went into it treating it like that, and then like I learned really quickly that like no, like they're not really treating.
They're
this
not
like a
gonna fire you.
probation. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually
I
incredibly difficult.
actually wrote that down. I was like, okay, first year seasonal firefighter. Like, I guess it depends how it goes.
I think for you, I would
For
have
sure.
counted it as
Oh, yeah,
as a
and mine was
probation.
probation.
Yours was
So
terrible.
what was your deal?
I just had like really bad experiences. Like I was being like kicked off the engines and stuff.
no
and,
way.
And like not allowed to, because we had so many. So whenever we were
dual house?
whenever we had too many people, right? Because like a hold all or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, they would make me stay at the station and like and just like weed eat and stuff.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
singled
paint walls and
singled
shit.
him out.
Yeah, it singled me out specifically, and other firefighters first years would be like, "Hey, we're gonna go up Adam, we need the back 40," and then the captain and stuff would be like, "No."
That sucked. What
So-
the fuck?
Yeah, so there's like 3 acres that I was just weed eating all for over a month. For an entire month, I was not on an engine.
Crazy.
I was the extra body on my days, so there was no need to have 5 people. They had to do 4. There's no need to have 5 people.
Yeah.
And so they would just make sure I wasn't on the engine.
So you weren't even like utilitac. You're just straight like
Yeah.
just- wow.
Just
Crazy.
Yeah, just straight. So like my whole first season was miserable.
Oh my god. Yeah.
But that's not how the department is.
No, that's
Like,
not
that.
typical.
I thought that was typical though. That was my first year, and like where we live, like we don't have the state.
Mhm.
Like we have municipalities. That's a big
Yes,
word to use.
Municipalities.
Good job, Elmo.
Yeah, it's a good job for me. Yeah, so I wasn't used to it, and then that was a horrible experience for me, and that was the only one. After that, I've
Been
had
great.
amazing experiences,
Oh, good.
and like I always, people that are trying to start off, I'm like, yeah, come work for us. Like it's
'Cause
awesome.
You stayed there for a couple years.
3.
He left.
Correct.
Both of them left.
Yeah, both of my issues left.
You got a good captain that came in and
Yeah,
it
and
changed your whole
Look at me
experience.
now. I'm a captain.
Woo-hoo.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, now I'm a captain in the
Yikes.
command center.
Yeah,
Doing all kinds of stuff, talking to chiefs and stuff. Yeah, I had a really bad, definitely a probation period for me.
Yeah.
And
that first month maybe feels like a probation period until you get
Yeah.
to know people.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, all right.
yeah,
Like, all right, yeah, sit under the recliner.
Yeah.
You don't got to be looking at this map book, but like memorizing like where the streets are.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Compared to like the city where it's
Yeah.
it's a probation.
So
Yeah.
what was your last one like?
It was actually really good. I mean, aside from the fact that like I would sleep through calls and like almost get fired.
Getting almost get fired.
I feel like I was able to prove myself to my captain pretty early on. He knew that I had some prior experience. So he didn't play
Salty. He's salty too.
too many like fuck games with me, Like he wasn't like asking me, "Oh, go find the hose stretcher." Like those kind of like weird things.
Yeah.
Stir the water tender
Yeah.
type stuff.
Yeah, get the air sample. So he really laid off on that. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was actually good. Like he treated me like an adult.
That's all you asked for.
That's
Yeah,
all, yeah. He
for
treated
real.
me with respect. Yeah, he took good care of me.
He's
I
super
did-
knowledgeable too.
Super knowledgeable. Like he didn't like exclude. I didn't feel like an outsider.
Yeah.
Which I thought was like
That's a nice
the-
probation.
yeah, I thought it was like the biggest part because like you go some places and like bro, like you're just a fly on the wall.
I forgot who your
It's
engineer was
miserable.
too, and you had like a pretty salty crew.
Very salty
Yeah.
crew. Yeah,
Quiet.
I learned that pretty quickly out the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like day one was kind of like a freebie. They like had no expectations of me, and then like day two, they're like, "All right, tell me everything
Yep.
about this Halligan right here."
yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
"Okay,
Yep.
It's a really nice Halligan.
yeah, it's
It's
kind of heavy.
Kinda
Don't really
heavy.
like carrying this around for half an hour on alarm calls, but
Do you think that not waking up for calls is like your biggest mess up? Like that mess ups that you do?
no, oh my god, I've left so much equipment on incidents. I've left thousands and
Oh.
thousands of dollars
So
worth of equipment
much
on
equipment.
incidents.
You just brought up. I have an amazing story. I thought this was a joke, by the way. Somebody basically into the story. Somebody left a radio at the scene.
Okay, yeah.
Some old man got on that radio and
Oh
said,
wow.
"Hello," and I'm in the command center, so
Yeah.
I'm like, "Who is that?" And they're like, "I found this radio," and then we were being like, "Okay, you need to place a call," and he goes, "Okay, what phone number?" And so we're trying to give him the phone number, and he's like, "Whoa, I'm not home yet. You have
Oh
to
my
wait till I get
gosh.
home."
He's driving home with the radio.
He's walking. He found it on the road.
That's incredible.
And he's walking home, and he's talking to my comm up, and we were all laughing.
Is he just hot micing the whole time?
He just will randomly come up, like we'll be doing stuff, and he'll just randomly come up, and Sam, he's like salty comm op. He's like the saltiest of comm ops. He is like staring at me, thinking that somehow I have the power to mess with him on our local channel. I'm like, dude, this is real. And
He thought it was a prank.
yeah.
That's funny.
Damn.
So he's trying to get this guy to place a call so that he can be like, hey, like, where are you? What's the address? Because you don't want to say it over the radio, obviously,
For
because
sure.
everybody's scanning this thing.
Yeah.
And this went on for 20 minutes. I had BCs calling me.
Like what's going on our
Assistant
comms?
chiefs, like, what is happening? And he was like, this guy got a hold of a radio, and he is not afraid to use it. And we're like,
Good for him.
Can you just call 911?
This is his one chance. Like,
Oh,
get on that radio.
it was 25 minutes of this.
That's amazing.
That's so sick.
And he was all good intentions.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Old guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he was just like, hold on, you're speaking too fast. And then like Sam had to keep cutting out because he was dying laughing.
I bet.
But that's a funny thing about, you just mentioned leaving equipment and it just popped in my head right now.
What was the first thing you left?
Oh, I left the Lucas device.
Well, that's pretty
That's
expensive.
a good size
That's-
thing, too.
yeah,
How'd
it's
you
like-
leave that?
It's like at least $10,000.
Yeah. It's big, too.
Oh, it was weird. Like it was like some like, what was it? Person was like unconscious. Turns out they weren't unconscious, but like in the notes it said they were like there was like CPR in progress or something. So they're just like pumping on like Mima's chest, even though she's like breathing, and like very not dead.
Yeah.
So like we get
So
there.
you bring it in because
I bring in all
Yeah.
the stuff expecting CPR,
Yep.
and then we get there, realize it's nothing, and we're like talking to I don't know, I think Mima's son. We're just like bullshitting with him. He's like cracking jokes, like, "Oh man, like I just got here, like I'm sorry guys, I've wasted your guys' time." We're like, "Oh man, no big deal." And then we're just chopping it up with him for like I don't know, like 15 minutes. He was a cool dude, and we're just like walking away, and didn't even think about I left more than the Lucas. I left the red bag, the green bag,
You left
the
all of
suction
it.
device.
You didn't feel a little lighter walking back to the engine?
Didn't even think about
Was it like a
dude.
late call or was it just midday?
Dude, it was middle of the day. It was like 5 o'clock. And like, oh my God. Yeah. I didn't even think about it. Cause like, me and Cap and,
Yeah, you guys-
I think it wasn't,
Was
yeah,
it a normal
it wasn't a
engineer?
normal engineer. It was someone else, someone who left, who was actually really cool. But yeah, didn't even think about it. We're still just like, talking shit, like walking there in the engine, laughing, having a good time. And then we go to a vehicle accident.
Oh, and you go to grab your
Like
stuff.
3 hours later, interrupts our
Oh.
dinner, and just like open up the back, like, oh,
Wow, that one hurts your balls. Like
Oh
you're
my
like,
Oh yeah,
God.
you feel that.
yeah, you
Yeah.
feel that one.
luckily, threes pulled up.
They're
like,
right behind you
as
guys.
soon as we pulled up, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go over here and grab you guys. You guys are like parked a little closer. I'm just gonna use your guys' bag. No
Yeah,
big
that
deal.
makes sense.
Yeah, that was, and then, but I told,
Yeah.
I told Captain
Yeah.
immediately, and he's like, holy shit, you're so dumb. What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
And I was
Yeah,
like, I know.
You
He'll
didn't
t-
even
it-
try to call like the homeowners that you went to where you left it.
Oh,
They
they
didn't
would
even
probably
try.
whip
Oh.
through the bags.
No, I mean,
They're probably
Mimo.
playing with that Lucas device.
Dude, oh yeah.
Son was trying that out.
Yeah, he was trying to add some attachments to that thing. But no, like, because I guess the dude we were talking with, he just left like immediately, and Mima was gone. She just lived on her own, so like no one was there, and it was like in like the nicer can I say street names?
Yeah.
Probably not. Like it was on,
Okay.
so it's like not a big high traffic area. Yeah, everyone kind of keeps to themselves.
Hey,
Just stayed on the like, front of the house
What he
for
says
like
they
3
should-
hours.
hit the.
Hey, bleep this out.
Say it again.
That's what you should.
Oh shit, that's so sick.
Yeah, that's what you should have said. Hey, bleep this out.
Yeah.
We're practicing here. That's
Oh yeah, it's a nicer area. So
that's a pretty good one.
So so we ended up calling. What was it? How did we do that? I think we got a hold of dispatch, and then we got the callback number for the son that we were talking to.
Oh, because she had gotten transported, so no
Yeah.
one was home.
So he called on her behalf.
Yeah.
And so we called him. He met us at the house. Like, man, he was ripping me too. It was like, man, I was expecting this to be the ambulance crew, but not the firemen. What the fuck? You
He was
guys are a bunch of
going
dumbasses.
hard.
I'm like, and I'm like fucking sweating. Like, I'm gonna get fired. Like,
Yeah.
thank you, sir. Thank you for not stealing all our shit.
Yeah.
Bring it back to it. Oh my god.
What else have you left?
Is it bad to say that I've done that multiple times?
Dude, I was thinking of one where you left some stuff, but you had to go through a window. You had to go like around the whole building.
That was not my. I'm
I
not
know,
taking
I know,
fault for
yeah,
that.
for
That
sure.
was
But that's the one I think of because that was a whole conversation we had
Straight.
afterwards.
straight turd of a crew I was working with. Bro.
Just
What
in
the
case
fuck?
anybody listens to this is not like it's unusual, but not super unusual. This happens
It happens.
everywhere all the time.
We're- We've got so much stuff on our plates. Like
I've
we
seen
just-
radios, I've seen turnout bottoms, I've seen
most of us were
helmets.
like
Helmets.
a radio strap though, so the radio doesn't really happen as much for us.
Unless someone leaves it on the side where they hang it on the handlebar. That's happened quite a few times. Not to me. But
I was with, I think I was the fourth guy with you guys while I was roving, and I left. I think it was my radio strap.
oh yeah.
It might have been my like med jacket and then my radio strap on top of it. So it all made it all the way to the call because we went from like over closer to Two's area in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
and I jump out and I like go to grab the bar to like step down, and I'm all, oh, okay.
No harm, no foul.
No, yeah, and I was like, I think we're walking the call. I'm like, dude, I left this on the rail.
Holy shit!
He was like, nice.
That's awesome.
But I definitely, yeah, that happens. The radio strap hooked there. I've definitely left that,
Mhm.
but I don't think I've left that on.
So how did that reflect in probation? Because like, is your probation is like monthly? Like your evals, are they monthly? Are they every couple months? Do you have to get a certain amount in a
I think
year?
we were doing
You're doing dailies,
dailies. Oh my
monthlies,
God.
and quarterlies.
It was like a shift though, because you'd knock them both out. Like day 2, you'd be like, okay, here, how'd the tour go? And you talk about it, and you do like a
Oh.
daily, but then you did like a monthly,
Mm-hmm.
and then a like an annual.
Yeah.
That's not
He
how mine
he just
goes.
put "you're a dumb shit" on
Yeah.
his eval.
Yeah.
You're a dumb shit.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah, that's it.
And then
You
it's
do
fine.
good at everything else, so just stop doing that.
Stop being stupid.
Meets expectations.
Yeah.
Meets expectations.
You didn't get any
I
5s. You got a lot of
expect you.
3s.
Yeah, I got. Oh my god, so many 3s.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely do you remember that? I don't know if you were there. It was right when Christian came online, and we had that guy. We had the shooting the night before behind the bar.
Mhm.
I don't remember if you were there. I remember being with Eddie, but the day after, he cut his femoral artery with a samurai sword.
I was not there for that.
But you heard about that
I
one.
definitely heard about that one.
Sliced his femoral artery, like so much blood in this.
I remember you telling me this story.
This dojo.
Dojo.
And we left a couple bags because we were like, whoa, this is gnarly. And I for sure rode in, maybe one of us did, but we left our bag and one of the cops had picked it up. So then I think we get back and I'm like, let me go through my stuff, make sure we restock everything. I'm like, oh, we definitely left this there. And we called maybe we called PD or someone. Someone had grabbed it. And the officer was like, yeah, you guys can have it back, but I could really go for a coffee. Like she held it hostage for a coffee. And I'm like, I respect that.
Yeah.
So we went to Starbucks
yeah.
or whatever.
Bribing people is not illegal or anything.
That's fair.
Yeah. I like the way she worded it though.
I'm just real.
I'm really thirsty.
Yeah, I could go for a coffee right
yeah.
now.
I mean, if I had a caramel frap in my hand,
It'd be pretty sweet.
Oh.
Vente.
yeah,
would
I'd
be
be
nice.
so stoked. It'd really buy some silence. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I've definitely left stuff. Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but it for sure.
So you would say that's your biggest mess up is multiple times leaving stuff.
Multiple time leaving stuff and
Have you learned
sleeping
from
through-
that?
I have actually. It's
Okay.
been quite a while.
Okay.
Sleeping through calls. That's
Yeah,
that's here to
that's-
stay, man. That's been
someone's
happening since day
waking up.
one.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
They're not gonna leave without you.
Hopefully.
Yeah, they're not going to leave without you.
I have left without a firefighter before. He was 4-0. We didn't need him for medical aid.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary.
And he,
Was it
didn't make
intentional?
it.
Did you make that choice, or did you just be like,
No,
hey,
no,
I got
no.
3 guys, I'm ready to go?
This person's been talked to multiple times about your supervisor shouldn't beat you to the engine.
Uh-huh.
There's zero reason that should happen. I'm not running to the engine. I'm not sprinting. I want you guys at the engine. You guys start it up, and then I'll be there.
Yeah.
No delay in care. Like it's all flow. Like that's part of. It's kind of like a probation. Most of these guys are first year seasonals. Well, 3-0 is the minimum staffing. 4-0 just means we have too many dudes.
You have an extra guy, yeah.
There's zero reason for it. And yeah,
Except for that, it's awesome.
when I left, he wasn't even outside. And I'm not delaying the response because this guy's lazy.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Is he still with you?
No,
Is he who I'm thinking of?
no.
Remember the guy that was
No.
like, yeah.
I also had our check back is different from your guys' because when you guys go responding, you come up and tell your dispatch center that you're responding, right? Is that
Yeah.
how yours works?
Yeah.
Okay, so ours isn't. The dispatch center comes back and says check back and says your engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well when you have a 2 engine,
That's how it was for you guys when you were there, right?
Yeah, it was same as
Same
CZU.
That's fine.
Should I bleep that out?
That's
Okay.
not, you're good.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You say that. So ours when there's 2 engines, they say 1 engine station 1.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
I had like it was the end of the season. This guy's been around for the entire season. He was in the front seat. Usually doesn't work the front seat because he has to work the radio. And I looked at him and I go, "Do you know what you're going to say on the radio?" And he goes, "Yep." Country boy. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Yep, I sure do." And I was like, "Okay, I'm just making sure because if you don't, you can run it by me real quick." And he goes, "Nope, I know what I'm saying." So they go, 1 engine station 1 check back. And he responds, 1 engine, station 1, check back.
Just verbatim.
And I looked at him and I was just like, what?
Were they like,
that, dude?
yeah, idiot? Which one are you?
Yeah. I was like, engine 1 responding. It was a very long pause because I looked at him. I said some words, and then I snatched the radio out of his hand, and I had to call the command center afterwards and be like,
Hey, man.
because I was getting text messages, and I was like, he said, and this is Sam, the salty comm op. He said he didn't know what to say.
He didn't know how to respond to it.
He
It was
looked
so
around
outrageous.
the room, and he was just like, what? And then I came over, and he goes, he time-stamped it. He was laughing. You could hear him laughing. And I kept my composure until that call was over. And then I couldn't anymore. I had to, it was boiling over the top.
Yeah.
I had to express my feelings and tell him how embarrassed I was.
Well,
And I still hear about that to this
I
day.
don't really understand why you guys as an organization think it's okay to put a first-year seasonal on the radio in the first place.
Oh my god, yeah.
And to be fair,
Because it's hard to hold a steering wheel and then hold the mic for 2 seconds.
But you're building a bank on your mobile
they
too
just,
at the same
they just
time.
have to like say a couple words. They're not giving a
No,
size
I get
up.
it. I get why it should be.
And they need practice. To be fair, this guy is now a dozer operator.
Nice.
He did 1 season, then he went to
Dozer school.
dozer school. I don't know what you call that.
Construction.
Yeah, he went to a private, right? And
Yeah.
he did it that way. And I believe, I haven't checked in on him in a while. I believe he's doing very well. And I go, I knew you were a dozer operator from day 1 that I met you. You were not cut out for this
You were
job.
just that guy. You could just tell.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah. There's a lot of things about that guy. That was the one that made the grilled cheese. Did I show you the grilled cheese ever? I'll have to show you after.
Was that where all the cheese was in the dishwasher? That guy?
Oh god.
Yes, that guy. He was shredding cheese over an open dishwasher.
Oh, what?
And then I have video of it. I'm like videotaping him do this. I'm just like zooming in and I'm just like, what is this? And no, but he made a grilled cheese for me at another station. And when he cut the cheese, it was, I'm not good with measurements, but it was a 1/4 inch.
Okay.
Like
yeah,
it was
quite
real
thick.
thick.
Quite
Real
thick.
thick. And I'm like, what is this? And he goes, it's a grilled cheese. And I'm like, have you made a
It
grilled
was
cheese
just like
before?
soft on the outside, but the whole cheese was just still a brick.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have a
God.
picture of it. If I knew how to edit better, I'd throw it on there for everybody else.
We'll get
to
it
see.
up there. We'll get it
Yeah,
up there
one day.
eventually. Yeah.
But yeah, like, that's kind of stuff I was dealing with. I'm like, dude, just don't make any of my food ever. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Dude, you probably deal with some like pretty bad chefs. Dealing with all like
yeah.
first season guys.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my god. I even remember when I was seasonal, there were some guys that straight up didn't belong in the kitchen. Like
No,
it was
sure.
embarrassing.
And I'm not great in the kitchen, but I'm like, dude, come on.
Yeah, it's like I'm at least good enough to like help out. Like if you want me to dice something,
I'm a
I'll
great
dice
helper.
it for you, dog.
Yeah, I'm a great helper.
Great
Yeah.
helper.
I mean, no matter what, you're gonna have people messing stuff up. Like I have one guy, he actually isn't a bad cook, but I don't know what was going on that day, but he was crock potting chicken because we were going on project all day, and we get back and like we're all starving, and then I go to take a bite, and I'm like, why is this so chewy? The chicken, I'm gonna call it the chicken tampon. You know what I'm talking about? That sucks up all
on the bottom
juice?
of the bottom of the thing.
Oh yeah, he crock potted that and shredded it with the chicken.
Oh,
Ruined the entire dinner.
That's not good.
And I'm pretty sure I have cancer now for sure if I didn't
for
before.
sure.
But yeah, I was like chewing on it. Like, why is this chicken so?
tampon.
Yeah, it was a chicken tampon. Yeah, how do you do that?
That's incredible.
Yeah, this guy promoted up, so
They all do.
he's
Yeah,
he's
every time.
a good guy.
They all do.
Yeah, he was just
At what point? That's funny. I'm gonna circle back to probation.
Go ahead.
Crazy. At what point? Like, how long into it before you were like, all right, I'm part of the crew?
Definitely by probably like the 5th or 6th month.
Yeah.
I'd say
Of being at the station.
at the station consistently. You know, like even picking up overtime.
Yeah.
You know, kind of gaining guys' trust like that. Yeah, probably around 6 months. I feel like, I don't know, like I definitely, you know, like, again, like they didn't play that many games with me. Like they knew I came from like another department.
Yeah.
Like,
You were an adult.
I was an adult. You know, they didn't have to like teach me that much stuff that I just needed to learn. You know, like department
We
specific.
were both in our
things.
30s when we got hired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, I had that like the 19-year-old that we got hired with had a little bit of a different
Took him a little while,
experience.
yeah.
You know, it took him probably the whole probation and even probably then some to get like comfortable.
I
That
forget
makes sense.
who's he with? Was he on 33?
He was on one.
He was on 31 and then he went to 33. They swapped.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. It took him a while to get in.
Yeah. It really depends on the crew, though.
It does.
You know,
It
like
does.
my crew is super. Like they're salty as hell, but like super cool dudes.
Very cool.
You know,
Great
like,
guys.
yeah. If you act like an adult, they treat you like an adult.
Still your captain now.
Still.
Yeah, you've been with him
Yes.
the whole time.
Yeah. I would have been with a different captain, but
You would have came on over, had a different
Man,
engineer
that's a
too.
full
but-
circle. What is that? A Trump weave right there that
We-
you just
We
did?
did the whole Trump. We made it back to you should have been my firefighter, and
Should have
now
been.
you're not.
would have been having a real good time. But
Not
Yeah,
anymore.
I love waking up at night.
eventually you will.
One day, honestly, I'm kind of convinced that it's never gonna happen.
Nah, man, we're shooting for it. I'm trying to now. I'm just trying to kick him out.
That's sick.
Like he's got to go now.
Yeah.
You messed with my boy.
Yeah.
Like he's my boy, but you're my boy.
Feelings
bro.
are hurt.
Yeah, we went through the academy together. I got to upgrade. You know.
I thought it was pretty crazy that you guys do daily probation reports. Like ours,
Every day.
That's a lot of paperwork.
can I give me 1 second to tell you about my captain probation report?
Ooh, go ahead.
First of all, we do
12 months.
12 months, and you need 3.
No, I meant you did a 12-month report, and that was it.
Basically, you get 3 reports.
Okay.
So you get them every quarter. They have timelines on them, whatever.
Does your probation start when you go into that academy?
No, it starts when you accept.
When you get out?
No, it started when I got there. Like when
Okay, good.
day 1 of going to that spot.
Yeah.
Probation started.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I promoted to captain, and then that's day 1. Probation.
Oh,
Starts.
because you guys go to the academy when you approach an engineer.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
No, for the probation is when, like, because I was LT at a different unit, and then I ended up getting permed up in a different one. It was when the permed up, because you go probation for that new unit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's when it started with my first day with the new unit.
Yeah, I got you.
No, but I don't. That one's whatever. It's typical probation. I don't really have too many stories. And I had a good supervisor, so he like nailed it.
Yeah.
Nice.
My boss still kind of doesn't know my name.
Sick.
I've been there for over a year. Yeah, he sent an email out. I did a with one of my comm op partners. We did like a Google Sheets thing, and I believe that it made everybody's job a lot easier. When he sent out basically a thank you, he called me Andrew
Oh,
on the thing,
yeah.
and I'm in the other room, so I walk over and I say,
Hey, man.
I said, you remember when you were telling me like a month ago how like you should probably proofread your emails before you send them out because you will sound dumb? And I looked at him and he goes, yeah.
Did you take your own advice?
Yeah. And so he reread it and he goes, there's no issue with this. It says, thank you, Lori. And I was like, yeah, you don't know my name. Anyway, on my probe report, this is how my department's a little bit different, right?
Mm-hmm.
He put my start date as my end date.
Oh,
You had a 1-day probation. I remember that.
What was it? 1 quarter probation, because I wasn't worried about it.
Yeah.
I'm not. I think that I'm not a dirtbag in that way.
Yeah.
In other ways, yes. So
You're in the fire service.
Yeah. So technically, by default, my probation was over on the same exact. I mean, it took a month, but on the same day I started.
Yeah.
damn.
Because
Based on the paperwork.
on the paperwork that he signed. Also, he put everything correctly, but at the bottom, the last sentence was he put somebody else's name. It was not Andrew. He put Chris. He put
Not even
Chris is an
close.
outstanding employee and blah blah blah. And I'm like,
So he
that's
literally copy and
copy
pasted,
from the last guy, my partner.
which we do annual like
evaluation,
evaluations
Yeah.
for it's more of like for the city than the department. Like
Yeah.
it's a requirement for the city.
Yeah.
like your step increase and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
And it's just like copy paste
Yeah,
No,
from the
straight up.
last one and like maybe change 2 words, you know?
yeah.
But
Hopefully, he
same thing.
doesn't like watch this because I never even brought it up to his attention. I passed probation
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
a little bit better than subpar, which is great. No one ever passes probation like you were outstanding.
Like a
It's like,
3.1.
I don't want to say you're great because what if you turn into a turd? At least I can be like, well, he was decent, and then he reverted.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was mine. I passed the first day. I was already passed, and he still to this day doesn't know my name.
That's incredible.
That's so sick.
Yeah, which is a good thing or bad thing, right? Because
Right.
like if you mess up a lot, they're gonna know your name. He does not know my name.
It's perfect. Just flying under the radar. Was was this probation worse or the one before? Your previous department you came from
The one before
was worse.
because it was so slow and they just had all this time just to make me do all this
Just to
bitch work.
nitpick you and
Just
stuff.
to nitpick the fuck out of me,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. It was.
Because you came over to get some more action, and you
I
got
did.
to the station for the action.
I did.
Like,
I
you
was
got what
really
you
happy
asked
about
for.
that. Yeah, straight up. So, and it was cool until, recently.
until,
Now that I'm trying to leave.
until hopes got up, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the last place I worked at, the probation was a little harder.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like the department that I went to, it is surrounded by Cal Fire, right?
Mm.
And I used to work. I came there like right out of Cal Fire, so it felt like I was just like covering a Cal Fire station.
Yeah.
Like the day to day, like 7, 12, and 5. You do busy work in between all those things.
It was structured just like Cal Fire.
The paperwork was like kind of similar, but like kind of laid out the same as like what you'd find at like a Cal Fire station.
Do you? I mean, you're still a firefighter, but do you appreciate your structure now compared to the state way?
Yeah.
Or the lack thereof.
Or the lack thereof. Yeah.
Yeah,
for
the
sure.
lack thereof structure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, obviously, I haven't experienced both. I've only experienced one way, but like, I like the structure.
He's still got Stockholm syndrome. That's what I tell him all the time.
Oh yeah, but that's
Yeah.
because my last supervisor definitely gave that to me.
Yeah.
You had him as a supervisor also.
Oh, I know. I know.
Yeah.
Well, I had the other one technically, but yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like that because it's easier to like give structure to the firefighters coming up too. Like,
Oh,
this
for
is the way it is.
Yeah.
And it's the same, basically. The programs all change a little bit, but it's like the same structure.
I would say it's on probation though. There is more structure like for
you
the
guys,
day to day,
yeah.
but once like now it's a lot more lax. Like we're still doing stuff all day, but it's not 7, noon, 5. Like it's more lax when you do breakfast, lunch, whatever.
Yeah.
Like we'll plan our own trainings and stuff instead of being like, hey, here's our Proby book. We got to go through the task book. It's a little more, we laid out months in advance. So it's similar on probation to that, but it definitely loosens up for sure. Which is nice.
Getting off the topic, I just thought of this. I used to ask Adam all the time, how many vehicle accidents did you get? Because when I had social media, oh my gosh, they would be posting like 3 vehicle accidents a day in this town.
What, you guys get 2? You got 2 yesterday?
Yeah, we got 2 yesterday.
Like actual ones?
I mean, hard.
Do they even transport?
They do transport. But I mean, they, it's one of those.
It's not like
oh, my neck hurts.
yeah,
but
like
but
fender
there's like
benders.
nothing wrong
But
with
I
you.
also drive by some that we don't even get called to. Like it's just PD takes care of the fender benders.
So
yeah,
I would hit him up all the time, like, how many vehicle accidents you run? Because like I was looking at Facebook and looking at the city, whatever, and they were just posting them constantly. And I was like, dude, is this like recent or
Every day.
it's every day. Yeah,
Every day.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I was like, because like
And we're not that big of a city.
yeah, because
Really
now I'm in the command center. I'm dispatching calls for 2 counties.
Yeah.
And we get nowhere near that.
Every day.
dude, drivers out here, man, fucking
Bad.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, just as
I watch a lot
just
of
as bad,
things-
if not worse, than the Bay Area
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. I would say I watch situations that should have been accidents like every day. People just running through red
yeah.
lights. Like if people were faster on the trigger getting through that green, they're getting plowed through.
Yeah. I
The,
mean,
the double roll through on the stop sign.
Yeah.
Where like the person goes, it's their turn, I'm supposed to go, and that person just follows right behind them.
Well,
Like,
that's on you.
So
You
common.
should have been faster.
I mean, I need to be right on that bumper. But yeah.
even just casually driving through town, like everyone's just avoiding something devastating every time. Like I'm always just like, oh man, that should
Yeah.
that person could have died.
Yeah.
Especially pedestrians. Oh my god.
Oh, it's dangerous to walk in the city
Yeah.
or ride a
Bicyclists.
scooter.
Oh my god, stressing me the fuck out. Dude.
Not financial advice because I do kind of remember the ticker for this, but there's a whole thing on them changing the Uber. Like Uber needs to like get away from doing Uber Eats because delivering a 1-pound burrito with a 3,000-pound vehicle is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so they were talking. It's there's some robot ones. We've seen them for like Safeway and stuff. But there's some robot companies that they are like level 4 autonomous. I don't know what that means, by the way, but I guess these are really smart robots. And they're like, no, this should be what's delivering your food.
Little robots.
Yeah.
Little robots delivering your food. I think like here I'd be like, oh, where would my food be coming from? Oh man, that would take forever compared to the
Like
guy that's
downtown
blowing
or
red
something.
lights to deliver my food.
Yeah, he's
I
gonna get it
prefer
way
that.
faster. He's gonna eat some fries,
But it is
he's gonna get there
insane because
faster.
you're talking about like near misses. I'm like, why are like people are Uber eating and like whatever else they're doing, and people are just delivering food, and for what? It's like 1 pound worth of food, and those same people, probably 50% of them are running red lights.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
yeah, for sure.
Especially if they like tap like the express delivery option.
Oh, they're
expecting.
jamming.
Oh, you
I
need
didn't
to
know
be
that's
at
a
my
thing.
house
I don't
in
Uber Eats.
15 minutes, or you're getting 1 star.
He's familiar with the Uber Eats.
Oh, dude.
He
Yeah.
uses the Uber Eats.
Well, yeah, you showed up here with Taco Bell.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah.
You remember where the
terrible.
bathroom is, right?
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
I get
Yeah,
it.
I'm still good.
There's like, I'm not rich, so there's only 2-ply in there. I apologize.
Oh, it's all
Yeah,
good.
dude,
But-
you do need to step up your toilet paper game, man. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but
I like the 2-ply, man.
What?
I like that soft.
Wow, yeah, dude. I like it to really caress my skin down.
I
there, you know
already
what mean?
deal with the like half ply at work. I don't need that at home.
Oh my god.
Like
Yeah,
it's so bad,
it's 2-ply at work, so like I just want to keep it standardized.
dude. No,
You know,
no.
it's just not where like I'm trying to. I do have wipes. I have wipes in there though, so like you know,
I personally I use the wipe, toilet
do.
paper wipe, toilet
Yeah.
paper.
Oh, nice. You do like a sandwich.
Yeah, I do a sandwich.
Okay.
obviously every station
Get
we
the
clean our own
dingleberry.
stations and stuff. It's funny that we're bringing up toilet paper. I worked at a station while on probation that the captain made me clean the toilets before breakfast.
Ugh.
So that's one thing I never understood about like when we got to our department versus yours, the cleaning schedule. I never understood, why are you cleaning first thing in the morning? You're gonna get the station all dirty.
Yeah, like immediately.
And then instead of at the end of your tour at the nighttime,
I get
right
it.
before I just never got that.
I know
Yeah.
it comes down to like
Structure.
no, comes down to like if you make them clean like after dinner, right? So after dinner's 5 and that's soft time.
Oh yeah, you guys
Oh,
have
that's
to like
right.
a strict soft time.
Yeah,
That's fair.
so
That's
you can't force anybody to work, and that would be considered working. So that's why the before breakfast thing was crazy. So I'm not even talking about that.
Yeah.
But like that's why after we have breakfast,
That's your time.
that's the time.
Yeah.
That's why you do all the cleaning in the morning. You take that first hour of your day, and then you PT next. That's why the structure works,
Yeah.
because it would make more sense. Let's have clean bathrooms at the end of the day
For the new people coming on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Our schedule's not the same though. We are about to.
You don't
have that.
rotate as tours.
We are
Yeah.
kind of about to be doing that, right? We have a whole different setup now.
Yeah.
But that's not. We had a new guy coming on like every single day,
Yeah.
so it didn't really matter. So we just cleaned toilets every single day. But yeah, it made more sense to do it at night, right? After all of the most of the pooping was done and
Sure, yeah.
whatever. But yeah, you can't do that because they're on soft time.
Damn.
So, but I get it.
That makes sense. When
Yeah.
you put it that way, because I was like, that's so stupid.
Yeah,
Like it
you
just makes
guys-
sense how we clean it, and then when the guys come on in the morning, they have a nice clean station to go.
I think that's how it will. I think that's how it will go with our new schedule that got implemented. When
Yeah.
we kind of do have ABC shifts now.
Yeah.
There is some overlap, but I think once that gets figured out, I think they will change it. Hey, let's just because how ridiculous is it that we clean the toilets every single day?
Oh, it's needless. Going through so much product.
So much product.
Oh
much.
yeah, and most of our stuff is ordered through like Amazon and Staples, and like every time I go to a Staples, I'm like, "How's this place in business?" Oh yeah, our department.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how it's in business still.
Yeah. But I see like, I'll get these clips on like social medias, day in the life or whatever, and these firefighters at a city municipal department are like cleaning bathrooms at like 10 o'clock throughout the day. I'm like, why? I don't understand the formula there.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean ours is in the morning after.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yours makes sense.
yeah, everybody's put their nicotine pouch in and had their coffee, so they're all they are
Lighting it up.
they are pooping.
Yeah.
So once that's done, but yeah, before breakfast thing didn't make sense. I'd be in there, I'd be cleaning a toilet, and then I'd go to the next one, and then the operator would come in and shit in the toilet I just cleaned, and now I'm like, what?
That
I'm not
reminded me.
re-cleaning that.
Yeah. No. That reminded me. What was like the most ridiculous thing you had to do on probation? Whether it was like a guy specific made you just this certain captain made you do something, or it just happened throughout.
Oh, actually, my last department, day one, they had like a decon room. It was like basically like it was like a junk closet.
Okay.
But it was just they had like the shower in there, full of black mold. It was like the moldiest freaking place ever. Day one, they're like, clean that.
No.
I was like-
Why did you
I was
guys
like-
let it get to this level?
I know. I was like, what's wrong with you guys? Like, what the hell? Like, the station's beautiful, and all of a sudden you have this place. It's just like a straight biohazard.
That's wild.
Yeah. So I messed up and cleaned it. because I was
What,
younger.
like
I didn't know
SCBA
any.
masked up?
Yeah,
Nice.
because it was gross.
Yeah,
It
black
smelled
mold's not
bad.
good for you, dude.
Yeah, I'll die.
Yeah, that's not good.
You know. So yeah, that was the most ridiculous thing.
Did you have to do anything for our probation?
No, they didn't make me do any stupid
Nothing comes to
shit like
mind.
that. No.
I was trying to think. I was trying to rack my brain if I heard of. I haven't even heard of anybody having to do anything. We had a captain retired now who like was the turnout drill guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so if you worked with him, like no matter what you were doing, he would
But not BAs.
fire or whatever.
Just turnouts.
It was just turnouts.
Turnouts are
I
so
had never
easy to
worked
get
out.
under
I
a
never
minute,
worked with him on
so.
probation.
I worked them a few times. He did it to me at least twice every day that I worked with them.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That's just like a crazy like waste of time because like
Yeah.
turnout drills, like SCBAs, every once in a while you can catch somebody up, like they'll mess something up.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to mess up a minute turnout drill. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna get it every single time in under 45 seconds.
Yeah, it's just inconvenient because like you're always in the middle of doing shit. You know, like your morning checks.
It's kind of
or,
like
you know,
just
cleaning
like
something.
a chuck over him. He's just like
100%.
awesome.
Yeah, it was like the rite of He was one of like the rite of passage guys.
Mm,
It was
Yeah.
just one of those things.
okay.
But other than that, I can't really think of anything that was ridiculous.
I can't even think of anyone else doing something like
No,
completely crazy.
that we have
like
left.
that. Yeah, but it took me a while to clean that room. It definitely took
It's gross.
in upwards of like 8 hours
Wow.
of just scrubbing and disinfecting, and it still ended up fucked up because like I cleaned it and I was like, man, fuck this room. Like I'm never gonna go in here again. And then it just became the same way.
Yeah,
again.
that's how
And
the
I
whole
just passed
department
it. I
is.
just passed it on to the new guy. I was like, hey man, I did this. Now it's your turn.
Your
It
turn,
sucks. Oh well.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Did
yeah, that
you-
was awful.
I do remember on probation, you were the first due guy. I can count. I remember every fire that we went to on probation, and I remember being your backup for every single one of them.
Yeah, that was an
Except
awesome
for the-
probe year
Yeah, you had fun.
as far as fires.
Except for the one I went VES, and then I met you in the hallway because we entered the house from different sides, and you were like, "Yo, get out of my fucking way!"
Oh yeah, I was hot, dude.
And I was like, "Cool, man. I'm just going this way and search."
Try to put off fire, dog.
But every time you were the nozzle guy, and I backed you up on every fire
Yeah, no,
on
that was,
probation.
that year
We
was
had
hot.
It was a hot year too.
Yeah.
And then I think probably the only other fire that we went to that I wasn't your backup, we went vent for you guys. So we cut a hole on your house. We got off. The city got another structure fire.
Oh yeah.
So we got cut loose of that one, ran across town, got on that roof, cut that hole. Actually, I don't even know if we cut on that one. But we got on the roof. I remember being on the roof, and
I'm pretty sure there's a hole up there.
it might have been. I just remember my engineer being like, "It's kind of squishy up here. Like,
Oh really?
what are we doing?" And I don't even remember, but I just remember we get off of that one. I'm like, man, we're fucking broke off. It's middle of summer.
Yeah.
My captain and engineer, they both were like, "There's some patio furniture back here." So we all took a seat on the patio furniture in the backyard for like 5 minutes and just waited because we were done. Get back to the station. We had gotten food before this whole happened. I think we had gotten food or eaten or something, and my engineer still had food in the cab. And as soon as I got in the cab to go back to the station, nauseous immediately. Like, I don't remember what it was. I'm gonna have to ask him about it, but I was like, "Oh, this is not good."
It's like milk. He had a big glass of milk
Dude,
for you.
something. It was not good. So we get back, and I think we had a strike team out, but they were staying at our station because it was kind of in the area, and they ended up staying at our station that night. So one of the captains has a picture of me in my underwear and a t-shirt behind the station vomiting from like heat exhaustion is essentially what it was. Throwing up behind the station. He's like, "Dude, you good, bro?" And then after that, I was known as Rehab. That same captain who did the fire drills,
Yeah.
who would only call me Rehab for the rest
That's
of that
a
year.
great
my
nickname.
gosh,
I love that
dude.
nickname. We had a guy, when speaking of nicknames, he hated this nickname, by the way. I thought it was awesome. But when the quick call went off, like it goes off all the time, his first day freaked out.
I know what you're gonna say.
And
Yeah.
he was like, the dinger's going
The
off.
dinger,
The dinger's
yeah.
going off. And so his nickname was Dinger. And I thought that was an amazing
Dinger's pretty good.
nickname. And
Oh my
he hated it. And he'd let everybody know, "Don't call me that." And we're like, "Dude, that is an awesome
You
nickname."
earned that, brother.
Yeah, you came screaming that the dinger's going off.
That's
and everybody's staring at you. It was like morning report.
Yeah.
So there wasn't anything going on.
Yeah.
And it was
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, that's a sick nickname. Did that stick around?
It stuck. I worked with him for 2 or 3 years, but I don't know where he is now.
Dinger. You called him Dinger all that whole time.
I didn't know his name for over a year.
See, so you're that shitty supervisor that doesn't know
I
their
wasn't a
person's
supervisor. I was a
name.
firefighter with him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
And he was at a different station, but like they would always come. It was the same battalion, so he'd come down
Yeah.
and like we'd always see each other. I legitimately for 6 months thought his name was Dinger because he started like a month before me, and he got that nickname obviously day one.
That's incredible.
And then
Oh, that was his first day.
his actual name is like
Man.
Isham or something like that.
No, Dinger.
Yeah,
dude.
Dinger's way better. than
Dinger's
that, dude.
way better.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I wish I had a nickname. I don't think I ever really got a nickname, which I'm bummed out about.
Yeah, I don't.
I
I
think
think
I was
he was
cool
the
enough.
only one that called me Rehab, but he was also one of those captains who would call you. He would only call you Proby.
Yeah.
He
that was
wouldn't call
weird.
you by your name until day 366, and they'd be like, "Hey, what's going on, Adam?" And you'd be like, "Whoa,
My name is Adam.
I thought it was Rehab. My bad."
Thanks, Drill Sergeant.
I like,
Yeah, he was. He
I
was
like
that old
Rehab.
school guy.
I wish we would have just stuck.
I don't
with
think
it.
I've ever told you that story.
No, I never heard it.
That's I've honestly forgot about it until
I love that.
that story. He called me Rehab for the next, and we'd be on scene. Like
Hey,
I remember going. Yeah, I remember going to like a little roadside grass fire at the highway or something.
It's such an
Like the
appropriate
next tour. And he was like, Rehab, grab that hose line for me. And I was
Oh,
all,
God. All right, here we go.
name. Did it irritate you at all?
No.
I
I was stoked that he had a name for me.
yes.
He was like the
You're
intimidating,
memorable.
he was the intimidating guy in the department at the time.
Yeah.
I remember being like, man, I got to work with him.
After this, can you say his name but bleep it out?
Yeah, his name was
I have
Actually,
no idea what you just said. I don't know who that is.
no.
Wait, you didn't mute that at all, by the way.
No, so
Oh, you did.
that
You did.
button,
Okay. Oh, okay.
you guys heard that, but the recording won't.
Oh,
And we'll have to double check that.
Yeah, because the beep
Yeah.
doesn't work because all I hear is the beep.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, I don't know what
No,
you just
yeah.
said.
I'll tell you about that later.
I don't
but
know who
yeah.
that is, actually.
No, he was an older guy. You probably would if we.
I saw a picture.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
But I think our other oldest captain who retired last year made probation so easy for my firefighter.
Oh, for sure.
Like he
Oh
had the
my
best
God.
crew for probation.
Yeah, it's so jealous. I mean, not really jealous, but like compared to other guys and like what they had to deal
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
like he struggled for sure.
Yeah.
What is your like on duty or off duty? Like,
Sure.
what's your favorite like what do you like to work out? Do you like to run? Do you like to lift weights? What do you like to do?
Lift weights.
Okay.
Yes.
Big lifter
I
guy.
fucking hate running.
Thank
Oh
you.
my God.
Well, unless something's chasing you,
Unless something's chasing me.
then I love running.
No, that's
Yeah,
why he lifts
great.
weights, so he doesn't have to run from it.
Yeah, he wants to fight it.
Just fight it.
Yeah.
Or like bench press them off of me. You know.
So what's your favorite movement then? Lifting weights then.
Actually, I've been trying to get my weighted pull-ups up.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've
That's
been
a good
trying to
one.
really
It's
improve on
overall really good.
You I think the only time you've probably had a crew that works out with you was when we were 4-0, huh?
that. Oh yeah.
And we wouldn't really like lift together. We'd do cardio stuff.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
do,
we
like,
did,
circuits.
did a lot of circuits back then. Yeah, right now,
No chance.
I'm alone
Yeah,
in
for
the
sure.
gym. Yeah, it's like the chief will go do his workouts in the evening.
His
I'll-
buys for the girls.
oh yeah, he'll do like a mix of like mom
Nice.
CrossFit
Curls
and then
guy.
like
Curls
do, like,
for the guy.
yeah,
for
just
the girls.
you know just
Yeah.
curl at the end of that. And
Well, he's
then-
got to get ready for his Mexico trip.
dude, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
You know, he's got to take those pics. But yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
a
you-
lot of alone time in the gym.
Yeah, for sure.
me.
Do you do any cardio at all to stay up on anything, or you think that the intensity that you work out resistance training kind of
Oh, I mean, I still run and I still have 2 days dedicated to cardio.
okay?
You know, just purely out of necessity, just so my crew doesn't think I'm a slug. But
At home, you do that?
typically at the station now.
Oh, you do it?
Yeah. So usually I'll just do like all my heavier lifts at home and then at the station just because we have that. I love the assault bike lately.
Yeah, dude. And you don't have
Yeah.
one at home. You
You
just have,
love the assault bike?
I
Or
love
do you
it.
love to
Yeah.
hate it?
I love to hate it
Okay.
mostly,
Yeah.
I was- ooh.
but yeah, it's
That's
just super
disgusting.
efficient, you know?
yeah.
Super efficient
You
cardio.
get snapped off real quick.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. What a shock to your central nervous
No
system.
joke.
Of that
Did
thing.
you do
remember,
the
remember when we did
60-second
that?
drill?
Say again?
The 60 seconds on the assault bike for calories?
Oh my God.
That
yeah.
one snaps you off.
No.
Yeah. That really just crushes your soul right
We
there.
did the rower.
That crushed
what you're
my
gonna bring
soul.
up?
Yes.
Yeah.
The rower. That
We did the rower I think it was 250. We did fastest to 250.
Oh.
Maybe it was 250 because we did.
yeah.
It was roughly 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was roughly 30 seconds. Oh my God.
We did the fastest to 250, and everyone was dead.
Sweet. Yeah. If we had a call after that,
We were
no one's going to
Out of service.
Yeah, I would have been
Send the
crawling
next
to the
unit.
engine. Yeah. straight
yeah.
up.
I did fastest 1,000.
I
Oh
did
my
that
God.
one.
That was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. More than the 60 seconds on the assault bike. I was done for 20 minutes and
Yeah.
done for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We were 4-0 and yeah, it was so bad that everybody was going to do it, and I was the first one to go. And I said, I looked at my
No.
supervisor because I was a firefighter, and I said, nobody should do that. And then I was just rolling on the ground because you can't get comfortable. Now I know
Yeah.
you should just get back on the rower and row.
Oh,
or
really?
get on the. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
get on the bike and just move your.
Either way,
something.
either way, yeah.
No, I definitely did the thing where I was like rolling on the ground, just be like, why did I
Uncomfortable.
do that?
yeah.
You work out like in a commercial gym at home, right? Like you don't have a
Yeah.
home gym.
Yeah, I
How-
really want a home gym. But
How is the environment?
it's?
Is it as bad as it looks on TikTok and Instagram?
It depends what time you go.
Really?
So like between the hours of like 3 and 7, absolutely terrible. You see tripods and like, you know, you want to be like fitness influencers there and stuff.
That's
like there's
wild.
literally a room in our gym that's called the YouTube room.
Shut up.
Yeah.
What's in there?
Yeah, it's just like a bunch of like cable machines,
It's
like
really good
like
lighting.
yeah, like a lot. Yeah,
Really good
really good
lighting.
lighting. It's
Yeah.
you know like open air, like the acoustics are good. There's like a thing of turf, you know, nice mirror.
That's wild.
You know, it's like really open, so you can set up your tripods and you know do your whole like YouTube thing.
Is there a line for that room?
No, not
They
really.
just all get in there together and
It's
No,
kind
because
of
they're
weird.
like, forget that room. I want to inconvenience people out here
That's
on the
true.
floor.
Yeah, so that's the most interesting part about the gym I go to. But
Supposedly that culture is supposed to be getting better. Like, I mean, that's a big thing on TikTok or whatever is like, don't inconvenience people, like, and don't be mad at them for walking your stuff. So I don't know if you haven't had any bad experiences, I'm guessing.
yeah, no bad experiences. I haven't
That's
seen
good.
people like you know rip others for like getting in their shot or nothing like that.
Yeah.
which I think is the most ridiculous.
I
when you
think
see that online.
That's
like,
pretty like unhinged behavior.
this person walked through. This person took a.
They're looking at my
They
booty.
yeah, they looked
I
at
love
me.
that one. It's like, dude, first of all,
You mean
I'm,
the camera that's right there? They're probably looking at the camera.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not even care about the camera. I'm looking at everyone.
Oh yeah,
First
Yeah.
of all, a guy, girl, whatever. I'm
Yeah.
looking for inspiration. I'm looking for whatever.
Yeah.
But if you have a tripod, I don't care who you are. I'm staring at that tripod like, what the
I'm
what,
judging
Yeah,
you.
I'm judging you so
hard.
hard.
what
Hella
exercise are
hard.
you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, we built your gym in 19, right before COVID, and I've never been back to a gym since.
I'm so jealous. Dude.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
jealous.
It's not cost efficient though.
Really.
Well, it can be.
Yeah,
If
if you
you
keep
do the
that gym for the next 30 years, it will be
No,
cost
I've
efficient.
done the math. With if nothing breaks, sure, 30 years it'll pay for itself.
It'll pay for itself.
maybe. But realistically, like if you just got like a squat rack and then maybe some adjustable dumbbells, and you just stuck with that,
Mhm.
absolutely, it'll pay for itself,
Yeah.
right?
Like essentially what we have in the stations. I think you do that, you'd be fine after a few years.
Yeah, I don't need much really. It's just I just lack the room for it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Just like where I live, I don't want to park my cars outside. My shit
Yeah.
will get bipped so fast.
For sure.
You know, like it's happened to my neighbors. Like I'm just kind of sketched out about that.
How
But-
big is your backyard? Because Aubrey and I talked about like, do you just put a shed in your backyard, and then
Ceiling wouldn't be high enough for anything overhead.
yeah, if you get like
Yeah.
one of those tall ones, you know, like the 2-story that doesn't have the level where the
Are
high
you calling
roof,
that a shed?
Yeah, it's
I'm
like a
like-
tiny house.
Yeah,
right?
you're talking
Like,
about
maybe a tiny
two-story-
house.
two-story tiny
like
house.
a big tough shed,
Yeah.
like a barn tough shed.
Ooh, I think we could probably accommodate
I
something
don't
like
know if
that.
we call that a shed or like, do you call that a shop at that point?
No, a shop's big.
Yeah, it's like
shed.
40 by 40, but
I'm
like,
talking like a
I think you're too tall. I think no matter
like a
what,
12 by 10, and you just put
I
like
think
a
any
high
12 by
pitch on it.
10 for the most part is going to be not good. You're 6'5", dude, and your wingspan, like when you put it overhead with the bumper plates, you're looking at
roughly 10 feet.
10 feet, easy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll work.
I don't know, man. Maybe,
It'd
maybe
be
not.
expensive.
I mean, I'm not going to do it. I use your gym. I don't care. I don't. For me, it's fine.
Yeah, I know.
The garage gym is a game changer, though.
Yeah, I'm so jealous. It's such a nice gym in there, man.
Yeah,
really good job.
It gets really like I guess the worst part, which is actually not that bad, is just like the dust and stuff. Like I'm blowing it out all the time and
Oh, sure.
whatnot,
Where we live, like it's just always going to be
we just have
dusty.
it is definitely a game changer, and like it doesn't work for everybody because I think sometimes you just like it's so convenient that you just put it off. You're like, I can go anytime.
Oh, it can go
Oh, yeah,
anytime.
that's true.
It kind
That
of does
part-
the opposite effect.
That
Mm.
part for sure is something that people would need to be aware of when starting a home gym. Is like they think it'll be more convenient, but it's so convenient that you think that you can just keep pushing it off.
Sure.
And when
Yeah,
you
I
have
see
a
that.
commercial gym, you're like, no, my gym time, because I need to get as much in as possible, is like 5 a.m. or
Yeah.
where it might
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, it's
It's
easier
a
to lock
little
in.
bit- A little bit different. But
Sure.
the nice part is like I can, like I haven't worked out in months because of I have a
Back
herniated
injury.
I have a herniated disc in my neck. which the pain's gone away, but I have like atrophy in my left arm and stuff. So I've been just working on rehab, and I'm hoping like April I can start getting in there. But like that part bums me out. But like I can go in there and just do my rehab. Like that part's super nice.
Yeah.
I don't have to do one resistant band in my home. Like I can go out there and use the cable machine and actually like show progress of my tricep getting stronger.
For sure.
So that part for me has been a benefit, but
overall, I would say it's worth the money spent.
I don't regret any of it.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the one pointer for sure that I regret and everybody regrets. With limited space, do not buy a machine that does one
single
thing. So my wife was
that thing was huge.
Oh,
it was
it was
bigger than this desk.
It was a GHD.
Yes.
It was huge.
It was a great table.
It was and that's what it got used for, as a table.
That's the only thing it ever got used for.
And I told her before, I was like, no, and she's like, you poo poo all my ideas, and I was like, all right, go spend it. So she bought it. This is like an $800 whatever. She bought it used, so she got it for $500. We ended up being able to sell it and only lose a little bit of money. I think we could have got our full money back, but I think she needed to learn a life lesson and lose some money.
Sure, why not?
But yeah, don't get that stuff.
You can't use single-use machines.
Yeah. Yes, it's got to be multi-use machines unless you have a 40x40 shop. Then for sure, get a hack squat, get a leg press, like all that stuff. But other than that, no.
Like for sure.
Yeah. Cool. I think we hit a lot. I do want to do our
thanks for coming out.
Content of the week, though.
Yeah, you got anything?
What do you have like at the station to watch? Or are you watching with at home or whatever, or podcast,
a video game, whatever. I know you're a gamer, so
ooh, yeah. Path of Exile 2. It's a great.
Is that what you've been playing lately?
My God, too much.
Really?
What is that? Like, give me.
Do you know like Diablo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Diablo, but it's like
you were on that for a while
better.
too, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never played it. I just know what it is, just because like is it Joe Rogan and Elon Musk or like Diablo players or something like that, so they talk about it. So I just know.
Elon's a fake. He's a fake gamer, dude. I'm saying he's a fake gamer. He has. There's proof that he bought boosted accounts and he doesn't actually play. He's paying someone in like Korea.
Oh man, nice. Passion. Why did we talk about probation?
I know.
We should.
We should have run this back. You know what?
We'll have
gaming.
We'll have you back for another one, dude. We'll get you on, no problem. Next week.
What do you got?
Yeah, Elon, I'm calling you out, dude. Fake gamer, dude.
Fake gamer.
That's hella funny.
I guess podcast. I'm listening to Conduct Unbecoming. I think it's the Unbecoming podcast. I don't know where these guys work. I don't think they've like really like spared those details, but it's like guys that are pretty against like the pussifying of the fire department and like the fire service.
Oh, they won't like where I work.
Probably not.
If they
do talk shit a lot about California firefighters.
Okay, I was saying they might be not from California.
Definitely not.
I like our firefighters.
I don't think I've listened to them.
It's pretty sick.
I'll have to check them out.
Yeah,
I think there is a fine line between what they're talking about. I haven't checked them out, and like the other way, the complete like hazing, going back to
like the old school way.
Yeah, old school way.
Gotcha,
I think there's a middle ground.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
there's always progress and change, and all that stuff.
It'll settle. The dust will settle.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue currently, so I like
our
my
department. We're chilling.
Yeah, my department's great. So you Unbecoming podcast.
I'll have to check them out though. I haven't.
No,
California is not horrible in all places.
California sucks.
No, it's beautiful.
It sucks, but it's also awesome at the same time.
It's amazing.
It's
you
a
can't
very
go anywhere else.
strong mix of the two.
Yeah,
it's a very strong mix of the two.
My wife and I are kind of stuck here, so we're just gonna talk only good things about California.
Yeah, you're just gonna. I'm telling you, the Stockholm syndrome with this guy is so strong.
Dude, I'm right there with you. I'm locked in too. Like after I bought my house, like I'm looking at this interest rates right now.
Oh boy,
like there's no chance.
Yeah.
Oh
no chance I'm leaving.
Right, no, and then the like California insurance.
Yeah.
So like we're looking at stuff like where it's more wildfire danger, but like, come on, dude, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. Sure.
And the supplemental fire insurance is, like the housing prices are actually really good for what you're about to get. And then I'm like, oh yeah, but it's $5,000 extra a year in insurance, not including your insurance, just supplemental fire insurance, the fair plan,
just that side of it,
the minimum.
Yeah.
Like, and I haven't even really dug deep, so I'm sure wherever I'm going to buy them, I'm going to think is at a great price. I'm going to get boned.
Probably.
Content for you.
I've been listening to Shut It Down Boys lately. I really like their podcast. Kind of, I don't want to say inspired this, like my idea of how this kind of goes, but I really like their stuff.
Yeah.
They're funny.
They're prettier than us.
They're Texas guys. They're way prettier than us.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's why I had to bring Kurt on, because we had to boost our pretty level.
Thanks,
we had to bring a handsome fellow on.
I think we got to grow our mustaches and just really
do it. Aubrey's been talking about, I guess there's this new trend of this country guy who's got a mustache and long hair.
Well, it'd be
And she's
good for
like,
you.
you need to grow your mustache back. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And then she showed me who it was, and she was like,
Show me after this.
I will have to show you.
I'm not gonna do long hair.
And she's like, us fire wives already knew about that, okay? The mustaches and the long hair. But yeah, I've been listening to them, and then I don't think I just been playing NCAA football a lot.
Yeah.
I've been back on that game again.
He's keeping this on the down low, but I caught him yesterday starting a Harry Potter marathon.
Oh, this is true.
Ooh,
Yeah,
whoa.
it's a good point.
Okay.
We started it because I had never seen Lord of the Rings.
No way.
I had never seen them.
That's surprising.
Never, not even pieces of the movie, nothing, just the memes. So she was like, well, we got to watch this. So we did it in December. We did like a little Christmas Lord of the Rings marathon. We watched the movies. And I was like, well, you've never seen Harry Potter all the way through. So let's watch that. So we just started the first one yesterday. This is true.
Oh man. Oh, actually, another show I've been watching. I've been watching Lost.
My
Oh,
wife
the
started
throwback.
rewatching that
Oh
too.
my god! Like, because I never watched it when I was younger. Because
I've never seen it.
Came out like 2006. I was watching like Dragon Ball Z and SpongeBob and
Oh,
shit
yeah.
like that.
I've been getting a lot of Dragon Ball Z in my feed lately, by the way.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
Thanks,
dude.
man. Yeah,
So
no,
good.
it's cool shit.
Lost, huh?
Lost. Oh my god, it's so good. It's getting a little weird. I'm like on like season 5, and
Oh,
it's
you're deep.
It's taking some turns.
You started when it came back on Netflix.
Oh really?
Because I watched it the first time when it originally came on Netflix, and then
Yeah.
they took it away. Because I lived with my parents still. It was so long ago.
Oh, wow.
And that's how I
Last year?
watched. Shut up. No, it was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
But that's when I watched it, and I got to watch it all the way through. And like a bunch of my buddies were jealous because they had to watch it for like 8 years in there, and to get that.
Oh,
ending.
yeah, to watch it all the
You've
way
watched
through.
it before, right? I'm not.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. The ending sucks.
I've never
Okay.
seen it.
I mean, I'm not at the ending yet. I'm on season 5.
But you've watched it before, all the way through.
No,
Oh,
I didn't watch it
My
while I
bad.
was on TV. I mean, I've heard that it sucks, but
It's-
dude, the first 3 seasons, I was like, holy shit! I see the hype now.
Nice.
I feel so bad for the people that had to wait like on TV
Every
like, wait-
week?
Yeah, every week for
And
that
then
shit.
the new season, like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's painful.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
watching a lot of that.
You want a station watch? You want to know what we watch at the station?
Ooh,
yeah. Tell me what you guys.
Love Island.
Love Island.
Oh, dude, I watched Love Is
Too
Blind.
hot to
Love
handle.
is Blind. That's
Love is
another one.
Blind.
That's the new season just came out.
Um,
I watch
That's
it.
the station watches.
Yeah, I watch it just to pay attention so I can get to the like where they come back together. What's it called?
The reunion.
Reunion?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So you can know all the drama that they're talking about. It's juicy.
yeah.
Yeah. What do you-
My content. Do you have Apple TV?
No.
I'm a Samsung guy.
Okay.
Not Samsung TV, but I have Samsung phone. But Apple TV, fire.
I've heard they got some bangers.
They don't. They rarely miss. They have some misses for sure.
I've
They
heard
rarely
they're
miss.
good.
It's not very expensive either. It's like one of the cheapest ones. It's like $10 a month.
Oh no
Yeah.
way.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's sick.
totally worth it because you got like Ted Lasso and stuff on there. But
I almost got it just for Ted Lasso. I might still.
I made my wife watch Severance the first season because the second season just came out. So
Okay.
I was like, I'm watching the second season.
Yeah.
I was like,
So
you
you
sure
better
you don't
get
want
caught
to get
up.
on board with this? So
Yeah.
Severance would be my
Severance.
recommendation to you. But Severance 2 for anybody else, like that show's so good.
Yeah.
Really?
It's the premise is that they get a chip implanted in their brain, and so it separates work from home. So when they
Oh,
go down
yes.
the elevator,
It resets to the home
they
life.
don't know anything from the outside.
Yeah.
They
Oh, damn.
only know in there. So every time they go up the elevator, they watch the elevator doors close, and then immediately they open because it's been a whole new day,
Yeah.
and they feel refreshed and stuff because their Audi slept and did whatever their life is,
Uh-huh.
and then so they only know. So it's actually 2 separate people, but
Damn.
it's one body,
Yeah.
and so it was a really cool concept.
I've heard about that.
You do have to kind of pay attention, and I feel like the first time through, I kind of
Missed some stuff.
2 forms of entertainment. I had my
Sure,
phone
yeah.
too. But the second time with my wife, I was like, how did I not get into this? This is like really good in season 2.
Nice.
Severance. Okay.
Severance.
I'll give that a sniff.
Nice. Well, it looks like we're gonna have you on for another one. We got a bunch of stuff to talk to for the next time. Gaming,
Gaming, dude.
Elon's lack thereof.
Fuck that boy.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, we'll get into that.
For sure. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure having you.
Yeah, man, it was fun.
I'll see you at work
Oh yes.
later.
Later.
Dude, I said I was gonna record on the freaking this thing, and I got wrapped up and I didn't. So I hope that audio works.
I hope it doesn't, and so I can just have my depression hit in